Breaking news. Your very own governor, the governor of Imo State, Hope, is owing Innocents, Innocents, Innosons 2.3 billion naira and has withheld the money, refused to pay. His justification on why he's holding the money, you will hear in a few minutes. But at least he made an effort to support the man, to buy vehicles from him. But if you buy the vehicles and you are owing the man, how 2.3 billion? How do you want the man to continue with the business? Ogolo, how do you want the man to continue with his business and to be able to do what he needs to do? How do you want him to succeed when you are owing the money? I don't get it. Let's get all the details and understand why Hope have decided to owe this very man. Let's get all the details. Hope, Zedema, why I withheld Innocent's 2.3 billion balance for vehicles he supplied to Imo government. The Imo State Governor, Hope Zedema, has explained why his administration may not complete the payment for 122 vehicles it has purchased from Innosons Motors. The governor shared a video on his verified Facebook page on Friday, explaining how the local vehicle manufacturer ran into problem with his administration. The Whistler has reported that Innosons Vehicles sued the Imo State government for 2.5 billion for not paying balance of the 2.5 for the vehicles it supplied to the state government. The Anambra-based car manufacturer said the Imo government refusal to pay up it's impossible for its company to survive a loan it took from Keystone Bank Limited at 10% interest rate. But in his reaction, Governor Hope Izedema said Innosons' failure to meet some of the terms of the contract prompted the state government to withhold the balance for the supply vehicles. Zadema claimed that about 70% of the cars supplied by Innosons have broken down and that part of the contract terms was for the company to set up a workshop in Imo State where such vehicles could be serviced. There is nothing wrong with Innosons Motors at the beginning of this government because of the insecurity in Imo State. We had cause to buy a lot of vehicles. Yes? And I decided to choose Innosons because he's a local manufacturer. We chose to patronize him, which is the right thing to do. And we placed order for him to supply us with vehicles of over 5.3 billion. Incidentally, there is no workshop in Imo State where his vehicles can be repaired, and part of the agreement was that he would put workshop in place for this. He will put workshop in place for the vehicles. As I speak to you, 70% of the vehicles are grounded. We have paid him over 3 billion naira and no workshop to maintain these vehicles. And this is taxpayers' money. I am saying as promised, come and do the workshop so we can repair the vehicles and get values from them before we can pay more money. And he's going about to create sentiment. I came also from the private sector. We don't throw away money. We have to put value and put value to money. So if he thinks it's by going around, then bringing the mobile workshop to Imo State, which he promised. In fact, his promise was that he will put the mobile workshop first on ground for us to be servicing the vehicles, and then he will build a permanent workshop in Imo. So I thought it was a good thing to patronize our local manufacturer, and he has refused to live up to the expectation. But it will be resolved. I advise him to allow wise counsel to prevail, said the governor. Now, if it is as when you as somebody who wants to make a decision on a matter, you don't make that decision based on one gearing on one part alone. If you do that, you may not be making the right decision, because you will base that decision based on sentiment, based on hearing only one part of it, and it may not be the complete story, the whole truth, and you may err, and you may offend in picking sides because you've not heard the whole truth. Now, the governor of Imo State, Hope, is telling us that yes, him and agreed that Innosons, that there should be service center for the vehicle, which I agree with. If, for instance, you're living abroad, yes, and you buy a vehicle from Toyota, Nissan, Mercedes, and the rest of them, do you know that the company, when you buy a new vehicle, they give you a 5 years, is it warranty, and they service the car and all that periodically as at when due. They send you a reminder. They're on top of their game. I tell you sincerely, investigate. They are on top of the game. If it is as the governor have said it to, hey, I'm starting from that point because we need to balance it. Like I earlier reiterated, you cannot make an informed decision. Mercedes, like I said, yeah. Now, if it is as the governor have said, yes, Innocent is supposed, because your car is unique to you, and the parts is not the regular car that is now everywhere for now, that it's easy come by and all that. And so you have your engineers who have made these cars, who understand how it works and how to sort out issues that had to do with the car. Yes, so it will be wise to have a mechanic, a repair center in Imo, if it's as the governor has said it. But again, was that in the contract? Like I said, it would be nice for those things to be in place, but was it in the contract, or is somebody just trying to make up a story that best suits him for his own purpose? Was it in the contract? Okay, so if it's not on the contract, then Imo State governor needs to go and fulfill his promises. Okay, he needs to go fulfill his promises. So my wonderful people, this guy had borrowed money on 10% to make sure that he gets this transaction, this deal he has gotten from Imo State governor going. And the refusal to pay this money, you know what he's doing? The money is, the interest is rising. At the end of the day, he might not make anything from it. And the purpose of a business is so that you can make profits. Yes? So if these are things and part of the things in place, why are we, why is the truth not being dispensed in terms of this? The talk is cheap. And like I told you, we may not totally know the whole truth. We may not totally know the whole truth. So we'll wait and see, and we'll bring you more up to speed as this matter unfolds. Bye for now.